PD on your plan.
I'm just gonna introduce me.
Okay.
Yourself.
Sure.
Hey everybody, this is Josh, and I'm here with
Dina Doolin, Pre-K at Quail Creek Elementary.
Dina. Teaches pre-K students how to write. So I want to get that process down, and hopefully she can teach everybody how to get pre-K students to start writing. We know that's a challenge in kindergarten. It's a challenge enough in 12th grade. So if we start them early and get them loving writing, I think this will help.
So at the beginning of the year, of course, we went over letters and sounds, and then I would say like the 9th week into school, the beginning of the 2nd quarter, we started drawing pictures and writing the beginning sounds of the pictures they wrote. Like if they drew a pumpkin, then what does pumpkin start with? What letter says p? And then they would just yell it out to me. Then so we would write pumpkin. Okay, what other sounds do you hear in pumpkin? And they would say U, or they would say P, and they would say C, or they would say K. And I would always just say, okay, let's write the sounds you hear. And then I would model it for them. And it just kind of, that's where it started. It starts very basic, very simple. And I still have a couple of kids, not all of my kids are writing as well, but I still have a couple of kids that just get the beginning sound. But that's where you want them to start. And then they're going to get there too. I just know it. I believe in it. Mm-hmm. I have a word wall with all the kids' names on it in their room. And I tell them they can use their resources. I don't ever tell them how to spell anything unless it's like if they ask me how to spell their brothers or sisters' names, I give them the correct spelling. The rest of the time I just say, sound it out, what sounds do you hear? And then I just praise them. And sometimes it's 5 sounds in a word, and sometimes it might just be the beginning and ending sound. Sometimes I give them a topic, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I say, okay, like since our caterpillar unit and our butterfly unit, we moved on to community helpers. Ooh. So I might give them a prompt like, I want to be a, and then they get to fill in what they want to be and draw an illustration. Mm-hmm. But then other days, they can just choose anything they want to write about so they can express themselves. And then we do classroom books too, like we do the classroom, like we went on a field trip to the tiger safari, so we did it, and the kids each do a page and we put it together. So we do a lot of classroom writing, and we do, I'm lucky that I have a whiteboard, and I model writing for them when we talk about letters and words and how many letters are in this word, and we talk about now what do you put between a word. And some kids are getting it, and some kids are still putting all their letters together, but I know it's all age appropriate, and that they're gonna, after me modeling it and then practicing it, they're gonna get that, I need a space there. Mm-hmm. And they're even learning about the period at the end of the sentence and the question mark at the end of the sentence. And it surprised me too that they were just sponges, and I believed in them, but I am impressed at how far we've came.
So they start by drawing.
Yes. Yes, because...
And then they start by sounding out the drawing.
Right.
First letter.
Right.
First sound.
The first 9 weeks, I would say mostly all it is drawing. Mm-hmm. Just drawing, and then they get to come and share their drawings and tell me about what's in their drawings. So they still get to share, and I just feel like if the kids are all celebrated, that they're encouraged to keep trying. And if they don't have a turn, they're sad. They're like, I want to go there tomorrow because they want their turn. And then we always, we're a GE school, so we always celebrate them after we're done. We do like 2 claps, and then we do like a celebration. And
those the clapping, the GE's Great Expectations?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as they love it, I just want to keep doing it with them. And like I said earlier, they enjoy coming to write, and they ask, are we going to write today? Sometimes we only do it in center times. It just depends on our schedule for the day. But other times we'll just, as a class, we'll just stop everything and everybody will write. And we get the stapler out and start stapling because they make little books. And as long as they love it, I'm going to keep doing it.
But it seems like they write every day.
They do. We write every day.
And they take time to present too.
Yes.
And give feedback and listen. Wow. Okay.
Every day.
Every single day.
Now that's, I am a full day pre-K. So I know that some of you may not be, but we are full day, so we incorporate it every day.
I watched our students read their stories, and that was amazing.
Thank you.
You incorporate so many levels, the whole writing process, all the way to publishing and even presenting their work, and they were listening, and they would read to the class, and the class would give feedback and laugh. But what I really liked is that you would, at the end, say what you liked about the story. So you're also incorporating that giving feedback, which we know students love, and that really motivates them to keep working.
if you show them you care, they're more interested to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Did you notice that even the children that their stories weren't as long, nobody laughed at them. They were all more encouraging to the other
They
ones.
still celebrated it.
I know. So that's what's great about little kids is they all want to do well, and their peers are cheering for them too. So.
And you showed a wide variety of levels of writing.
Right.
And there's even one kid. This was written. He wrote this yesterday, right after the unfortunate tornadoes that happened lately. But he incorporated a lot of what he saw on the news, and even incorporated like figures that he heard on the news.
That's right. That's right.
Which is pretty interesting. They picked up on that.
I know.
I think.
And I have 20 children in my class, and so I have different levels. I have, for example, one that wrote about the tornado, and he drew a picture, and he wrote TRNADO, and then he drew his tornado, and that's all he wrote. But the child that Josh was referring to, he wrote a whole complete book about the tornado. We did a unit on the growth of a butterfly about 2 weeks ago, and I've had these hanging in our hallway, and the kids have been begging to take them home. But I have a student who's 4, and he's at the beginning stages, and he wrote the E for the egg. He didn't write for caterpillar or chrysalis, but then he wrote the B for butterfly. And then I have another 4-year-old, almost 5-year-old, who wrote egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, and butterfly.
The whole life cycle.
That's correct. And let me give you a couple more. There's the egg and the caterpillar, and the chrysalis, and the butterfly. And they're very proud of their writing. And
what is this? He went and corrected himself?
yes, exactly. He noticed that he had reversed it, and he fixed it
Very
himself.
nice.
Actually, it was a little girl, but
Oh, okay.
she
Good for her.
corrected it. You can kind of tell a girl caterpillar.
Oh, one of the students, even when they were reading the story, as they read it out loud, they caught themselves and saw that they made a mistake. They said, I think I wrote that backwards. Did I write
Yes.
that backwards? And the
Yes.
class said, yeah. And she said, I gotta correct that right now. And he just ran off to correct it.
I know.
That's just
I
like
know.
fantastic.
I know.
I love it.
And I obviously don't start teaching spelling to them. The only, like I was saying earlier, we put the resources. So like if they want to go copy a month, they see it on our classroom board. We have a word wall that has words on it, but overall, a lot of the writing is just them.
Fantastic. I think I got everything. Is there anything you want to plug? Are you on Twitter? Or do you have a Facebook fan page or website or anything?
No.
No book? Okay.
I think I'm one of the few that doesn't.
Well, you know I'm on Twitter, so I will be sharing this out with everybody that follows me and in our weekly emails. That's okay with
perfect.
you.
Of course.
After I edit it down and
Well, I'm at Quail
Just
Creek
about
Elementary. If you have any questions, I'd love to talk to you.
awesome. So you can put your email address.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Awesome. I'll add it.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
We're Great Expectations School, so we always reward them with either a clap or I like to do fantastic, or we do a roller coaster one. There's many celebrations we use, and
I like the celebrations you use to it's just more classroom management. Actually.
yes, the quotes.
Okay. Yeah. What was the bird?
The chattering bird never catches the worm.
Or builds a nest, as a girl pointed out.
Yes, that's right. We say it both ways.
There was another one too.
Well, one thing I tell them, sometimes when they say, and I do have a few, I don't want you to think everybody's, some of them will say, Miss Dillon, I can't. And I say, all things are difficult before they are easy. And the kids will say, yes, all things are difficult before they're easy. And the more you practice, the better you get.
I love that because I think, as I go out, it's one of my beliefs that struggle